What are all the different martial arts? This is Scott Conway. I'm the Soke of Guardian Martial Arts. I teach Guardian Karate, Guardian Jiu-Jitsu, Guardian Kobu-Jitsu. The umbrella art is Guardian Kempo. I've got 42 years of martial arts experience when I'm shooting this video. I've got black belts in 7 different styles that range from karate systems to jiu-jitsu systems and Kempo systems. And in answer to your question of what are all these martial arts, this is what I can tell you. I don't know. Nobody knows. From what I've been told, there's about 1,600 martial arts worldwide. Now, I don't know who counted them, but they came up with about 1,600 martial arts. What that means is there's so many arts out there, nobody knows anything about all of them. We don't even know the names of all of them. That I might be able to guesstimate on dozens of them, maybe 100, 150 of them, maybe, but think about that. That's still less than 10% out there, and that's not even knowing anything about the styles. So one of the things when you're looking at martial arts, some of the more common ones out there, you see Taekwondo, basically it's the Olympic sport martial art. Tang Soo Do is closely related to that. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is really popular right now. MMA tends to combine some boxing, maybe some Muay Thai, which is like kickboxing, with some wrestling techniques that you might have seen in UFC if you've watched those, and that's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a lot of the ground fighting work. A lot of circular martial arts styles, a lot of linear martial arts styles, throwing arts, flowing arts, health-based arts like Tai Chi. So they are all over the place. So here's one of the things that you do to help you sort through it. Just start to figure out a little bit about what you want out of a martial art. Do you want, first off, to be safe in your training? One of my former students who wanted to kind of train more hardcore than we do here came back. He was so proud. He got knocked out for his first time. It was kind of a badge of honor in his new school. Now, we don't like to knock people out. We like to train safely. My basic idea is I'm training so I don't get beat up. Why do I want to get beat up? Well, I'm learning to not get beat up. And so that's a philosophy here. And one of the things we asked them is, well, did they tell you now not to step into the ring for at least 2 or 3 weeks? And I said, well, no, why? So because if you have a brain injury, you got hit in the head hard enough to be knocked out, you want to make sure that doesn't happen to you again for a couple of weeks. At least give your brain time to heal. Otherwise, it may not heal back all the way if you're getting knocked out repeatedly before you fully recovered. So it's a philosophy here that we are more willing to become safe in combat a little more slowly in order to be safe on our way getting there, because 2 out of 3 people will go their whole lives and not need to use a meaningful level of martial arts to protect themselves because they're not a victim of a meaningful level of violence. And so we don't want to get beat up and get hurt on our way to training, but that's something for you to decide. For some people, they love that level of intensity. They love stepping in the ring and being able to pound on someone, get pound back. We don't do that here. So decide kind of what you're looking for, what you want a martial art to do for you. And ask some questions, including some of the questions, if you can get my series on ahas, people sometimes have a little bit too late, and just go through some of those and ask the questions early. So for us, you're going to train safe to be safe. You're going to learn effective self-defense. You're going to get life system training. You're going to learn principles, concepts, and philosophy that's going to help you across the board your entire life. You're going to see how the physical reflects the philosophical, how the philosophical reflects the physical, how come we do so many different things and we weave them all together. That's the way we train. Different martial arts will train differently. So just as you go by, just ask some questions. Starting off with, what are you looking for in a martial art? If you're not really sure, make sure you visit a minimum of 3 schools and talk to them, and never, ever, ever sign up for one until you've had a chance to think about it. This is Scott Conway, the GQ Dojo, letter G, letter Q, DOJO.com.